Hi, this is LJ Bothell with Microsoft Outlook 2013, and I'm going to show you the basics on how to use Outlook Quickparts and Quicksteps, which are both efficiency measures you can use with Outlook to manage your email and repetitive steps. So the first thing I want to show you is what they call a Quickpart. Now, a Quickpart is essentially text that you create and that you save in a gallery so that you can snag it and enter it into an email at a later time without having to retype it from scratch. So if you send a monthly report to a team, you used to be able to create a template in Outlook in order to create the frame of what the email was going to be, and then each month you would open up the template, save it as a real email, attach your document, and life would be good. Well, templates went away several years ago, and they replaced it with the little modules called the Quickparts, meaning that you would set up a blank email and you would insert chunks of text in. And if you do administrative work, if you send a lot of emails to consistently with reports and such to consistent people, this will help you out a lot. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to go over to some text that I have already created here. This is some generic text that I would use if I was setting up or sending out an email to be an out of office advance notice that I was going to be on vacation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this text, which I've already typed, and then I'm going to go into Outlook and I'm going to create a Quickpart. Now, Quickparts, you would think there'd be something simple to find somewhere and click and get into it, but you actually have to start by creating a new email, and then you need to go to the Insert tab to get to the Quickparts. And as you can see, it's grayed out. The Quickparts don't work in the to, the CC, or the subject. You have to click in the body of the message. And there are a couple of basic pieces of auto text Quickparts that are actually built in once you have set up your Microsoft account. So apparently my initial is L, and LJB Nomad is the location where I have a drive on my computer here that this is using, so it's finding those things. Well, what I want to do is I want to create a new piece. So I'm going to paste the text that I grabbed from that other document. Hello, I'm on break from, and then I have blank spaces for the starting and ending date and for the name and the email address of the person. Now, this is something that I want to become the Quickpart. I'm going to go to Quickparts. Sorry, I need to select it. I actually need to highlight it. Then I need to go to Quickparts, and then Outlook recognizes it as something that I might want to save. Save selection to Quickpart Gallery. So right now it will go into General. I could create a new category, and this is for absences. So I'm going to go ahead and type absences. Click OK. And I'm going to say pre-vacation email text. And then it saves in the normal template area, even though it's not technically a template. It's sort of the normal file that saves a lot of your settings and preferred options. And then insert content only. I could choose to insert content in its own paragraph or in its own page. Right now it's just to insert content only. I'm going to click OK. Now we won't know how this actually works until I try it with a new email. So I'm going to delete this piece, which I used to create it, and put it there, and I'm going to go create a new email. And now I'm going to go lbothell@shoreline.edu, an upcoming vacation, and then I'm going to click here, select Insert, go to Quickparts, and already one of them is showing up. It's not showing up as auto text, but I only have one in here, and it's under absences. And so I'm going to click it, and here comes my text, already pre-typed for me. Now all I need to do is note it's from February 20th, 2016 until March 24th, 2016. And then if I want to have someone contacted while I'm gone, lady boss at l.boss@shoreline.edu during my absence. And then I send it. So I didn't have to retype that whole message. So that's a Quickpart. Now let's take a look at a quick step. There are different ones that are already default in place, like a team email, but what I want to do is I want to create a new quick step. And I actually am going to pause for a moment because I need to bring something in here that I could use as a model. Okay, so now what I've done is I've made sure I have some things that are coming from YouTube in my email, and it's getting old having to figure out if I want to delete them or if I want to keep them in reference. Now the thing is, I showed you in a different demo how to create to create a rule. And the rule is, if you know you're getting a specific email from the same person, say your payroll department, twice a month, and you don't want to see it but you want to keep it, you would set that rule to do this. However, if you're getting something like a newsletter just once in a while, or you're getting a video like this once in a while, and it could be from different users, different subject names, it's hard to set up a specific rule to catch it. So what instead you end up doing is figuring out, okay, I've got this, where do I want to put it? Do I want to drag it somewhere? Do I want to mark it as read first? So you have to go through the steps and so on. Well, the idea is that you can create a quick step to help automate some of those things. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new quick step. Let's try create new and see if it lets me have several actions here. And I'm going to just say incoming miss info. And then I could choose some actions. And what I want to do is move it to a folder and then choose the folder. And right now I'm just going to move it over to reference. Then I can add an action. I also want to mark it as read, so I don't have to stop and do that. And let's see if there's any other actions here that I want to do. Clear any flags on the message if there are any, because sometimes someone might send a newsletter is ultra important because they want you to read it really fast, but it's not that important. And then let's see, I could respond automatically if I wanted to, or I could set an importance. So I'm going to set an importance of low. So here we are. I'm creating a 4-step process here that if all goes well, I can just click the message once and it will do what I want it to do. It will move it to a folder, reference, it will mark it as read for me, it will clear the flags on the message if there are any of importance, and then it will set the importance to low. And then I'm going to hit finish. Now if I'm only going to do 2 or 3 of these, I could actually create a shortcut key with this. Oh, and let me put a bit of text in here to note. So quick move reading info to reference folder. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to finish. Okay, now you notice it's sitting up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this message. I'm going to click my Quickpart. My quick step, and it's gone. Now let's take a look over here. In reference, I have a new message. Oh, that's kind of funny. That is actually, and it hasn't been read yet. Now it's been read. So interestingly, what I did here is I sent it to a folder and then it was read. Anyway, so here we are. We're back in my inbox. These both have now been read, but that's cool. I could just click that and there goes the message, and click that and there goes the message. And in my reference, there are now those messages. And if I decide at a later time, I could decide I don't want these to be here. I'm going to go ahead and move these over to the inbox again. So now if I decided I wanted it to go into a different folder, I could go over to my references folder. I could create a new folder under it and call it newsletters, and then I can come up here to my quick step, edit it, and right now it's going to go into a reference folder, and I can go down here to newsletters, save. Now I can click this message, there they go, and they are now in newsletters. So that's just a couple of automation steps that will hopefully make Outlook a little bit more efficient for you. Thanks very much.